success of today's performance. In a matter of moments, members of the goal demonstration team will exit the aircraft to perform our baton pass. The jumpers are out and the smoke is on. They'll now fly their bodies together using their hands, arms, legs, and shoulders as flight control. They alter their body positions to form 120-mile-per-hour spirals in the sky while exchanging the 14-inch mahogany baton. They now separate and prepare to deploy their main parachutes. And there you have, ladies and gentlemen, the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knights. Mr. Charlie Hilliard, former team leader of the Christian Eagles aerobatics team, and parachute manufacturer Mr. Steve Snyder exchanged the first baton in 1947. It was then believed that two jumpers in free fall could not possibly achieve contact. The parachutes used by the Army parachute team are flexible wing gliders. Constructed of lightweight ripstop nylon, these parachutes have an inherent forward airspeed of up to 22 miles per hour. To turn left, the jumper will pull down on his left steering line. To turn right, the jumper will simply pull down on his right steering line. Once on final approach, jumpers will pull down on both steering lines simultaneously for the safest and softest possible landing. Watch our first jumper brings his parachute into the target area, slowly monitoring the winds around him. He's now on his downwind leg. He'll soon turn 90 degrees onto his base leg. You may notice 7 openings on the front. These allow air to inflate the flexible wing glider. Watch as the jumper turns his parachute in, pulling down on his right steering line, slowing it down and keeping it at his shoulders at half brakes. Watch as the jumper sinks his parachute down, keeping all concentration at the center of the X. Here comes our first jumper, slowing his parachute down for a beautiful dead center landing. And our second jumper, not wanting to be outdone by the first, bringing in the New Jersey state flag. Our salute to your attendants here today as he brings his parachute down for yet another beautiful dead center landing. Let's give him a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The jumper is now giving the thumbs up signal of standby. Watch momentarily for this jumper to exit. The jumper is out and the smoke is on. He is now free falling to his position and opening his main parachute. He opens his parachute much higher than normal. He's now released one side of his parachute, intentionally causing it to malfunction. Ladies and gentlemen, please do not panic. This is part of the maneuver. He's released it, gone into free fall, and will open his main canopy. And there you have, once again, ladies and gentlemen, the high-flying black and gold of your United States Army parachute team, the Golden Knight. A certified parachute technician must repack the reserve every 120 days, whether it's used or not. The released parachute you see floating earthward will be recovered, untangled, and hooked up to use again. If it does float towards you, please do not attempt to retrieve it, as our recovery team is on its way. At 1,000 feet, our jumper will do a wind penetration check, checking his speed and distance across the ground. As our jumper is now flown his downwind leg, he'll slowly spiral down earthwards in order to land in the target area. You may notice the tail of the parachute curl under. This slows the forward speed of the parachute as well as his rate of descent. Our jumper up top is now S-ing off his altitude, bringing his parachute down earthward. Watch the movements he makes with his steering lines. As the jumper S's off more altitude, he brings it right over the target for a very steep transition. He'll have to sink off his parachute much more and able to land on the target. Watch as he brings his parachute over, pulling down on both steering lines for yet another soft Golden Knight landing. Now, if you may have guessed, ladies and gentlemen, these jumpers are faced with a unique situation, a vertical traffic jam in the sky. Watch, these jumpers will spiral their parachutes down by pulling down on one side of their parachute to allow for each individual approach into the target area. Watch, our first jumper brings his parachute down. down, slowing it down by pulling down on both steering lines, keeping his concentration on that dead center. He lets up at the very bottom, giving it forward speed, and pulls down on both toggles for yet another target area landing. Our next jumper bringing his parachute into the target area, slowing it down. Watch as he pulls down on both toggles as the tail of the parachute curls under. For yet another beautiful dead center landing. Last but not least, our team leader for the gold demonstration team bringing his parachute into the target area. Watch as he slows his parachute down, line up for a little bit more speed, and stopping it at the very bottom for yet another soft golden night landing. Let's give him a round of applause. Golden Knights in the great state of New Jersey proudly salute you.